It's a sad day when you find out that it's not accident or time or fortune, but just yourself that kept things from you. Regret is mostly caused by not having done anything.
It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Perfect happiness is the absence of striving for happiness. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep.
Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. Receiving is good, but giving is much better. Nevertheless, sharing is the best. Giving thanks fills you with light and joy so you can shine like the bright star you truly are. Our business in life is not to succeed, but to continue to fail in good spirit. Errors do not cease to be errors simply because they're ratified into law. The sky is the limit. For some people, aim higher. Nothing is impossible.
Death is so terribly final, while life is full of possibilities. If you wish to be out front, then act as if you are behind. Growth and advancement happen outside the comfort zone. Create your own miracles. Do what you think you cannot do. Patience and improvement is the key to opening the door to progress.
The moment you stop trying to become a better person is the moment you start to become worse than what you already are. The man of wisdom is never of two minds. The man of benevolence never worries. The man of courage is never afraid. A daily dose of daydreaming heals the heart, soothes the soul, and strengthens the imagination. There is nothing in this world so hard to get at as truth, and there is nothing in this world but truth that I care for. Every man should lose a battle in his youth, so he does not lose a war when he is old. Focus on what you can control, and let go of what you cannot. To me, all research is exploring the universe, understanding it deeper, one finding at a time. Every concept of reality is all in our head. Belief is what makes truth. Faith keeps our ships moving, while empathy and the memories of our experiences lead to wisdom.
No one from the outside can tell or show you what is in your heart. The only limits for tomorrow are the doubts we have today.
For every dilemma, find at least 3 or 4 possible solutions. The creative process leads to better results.
Don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't deserve what you want.
With an eye made quiet by the power of harmony and the deep power of joy, we see into the life of things.
An over-examination of life can deter you from life itself.
Don't quit. Nothing lasts forever, not even pain. Judge no one, just improve yourself. Letting go means to come to the realization that some people are a part of your history, not a part of your destiny. The worst part of success is trying to find someone who is happy for you. The world is a tragedy to those who feel, but a comedy to those who think. To learn something new, you need to try new things and not be afraid to be wrong.
Only knowledge can turn life's unbearableness into a weapon.
Though all men be equally frail before the world, the differences between them are terrifying.
Winning isn't enough. The acme of all skill is to defeat your enemy before taking the field. Talent is helpful in writing, but guts are absolutely essential. The surest way to make your dreams come true is to live them.
Even if there's a small lie in the truth you're telling, it will make the truth questionable.
If you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh. Otherwise, they'll kill you. If we will be quiet and ready enough, we shall find compensation in every disappointment.
The desire to die was my one and only concern. To it I have sacrificed everything, even death. I have a deeply hidden and inarticulate desire for something beyond the daily life.
With regard to narrow passes, if you can occupy them first, let them be strongly garrisoned and await the advent of the enemy.
I want to keep my dreams, even bad ones, because without them I might have nothing all night long. Life is like a beautiful melody, only the lyrics are messed up. For truth is always strange, stranger than fiction. Truth is ever to be found in the simplicity, and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. The words kept coming back to him. Statement of a mystical truth and a palpable absurdity.
Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference.
Embrace being perfectly imperfect. Learn from your mistakes and forgive yourself. You'll be happier. When all is said and done, all anyone has left is their integrity at their core. Don't give that away too.
Don't share your personal life with anyone. Do not let anyone have anything that could harm you. A conscious human is driven by their conscience, not popular opinion.
Today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Be a lamp, or a lifeboat, or a ladder. Help someone's soul heal. Walk out of your house like a shepherd.
Bringing joy to another lights 1,000 suns within. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Don't tie your success to anything other than what's inside you.
If you believe, you can, but work hard to believe. Maybe it was wrong or maybe impossible, but I wanted the truth to be one thing, one solid thing.
It is only after the deepest darkness that the greatest joy can come.
There is nothing good in this world that does not have some filth in its origin. If you don't control your mind, someone else will. Waiting is painful, forgetting is painful, but not knowing which to do is the worst kind of suffering.
What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease.
Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. Like a missing tooth, sometimes an absence is more noticeable than a presence. I am always doing what I cannot do yet, in order to learn how to do it. Books are mirrors. You only see in them what you already have inside you. It takes a huge effort to free yourself from memory.
Health is hearty. Health is harmony. Health is happiness. Don't fear big. Fear mediocrity. Fear waste. Fear the lack of living to your fullest. To bear and not to own. To act and not lay claim. To do the work and let it go. For just letting it go is what makes it stay. There's no point having wishes if you don't at least try to do them. Slowing down was how we remembered what we never wanted to forget. Keep a little fire burning, however small, however hidden.
My motto is that you can't always control what happens to you in life, but you can control your reaction. The seeker embarks on a journey to find what he wants and discovers along the way what he needs. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Sometimes what seems like a destination is actually a bridge to a new chapter. We hunt the flame, the light in the darkness, the good this world deserves. There is no standard normal. Normal is subjective. There are 7 billion versions of normal on this planet.
For every expert, there is an equal and opposite expert. The superior man understands what is right, The inferior man understands what will sell.
Don't believe what your eyes are telling you. All they show is limitation. Look with your understanding. Good people are good because they've come to wisdom through failure. We get very little wisdom from success, you know. Illegal aliens have always been a problem in the United States. Ask any Indian. Behind every successful person lies a pack of haters.
Some people look for a beautiful place. Others make a place beautiful. The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to comprehend.
Accidents don't happen to people who take accidents as a personal insult. Having an eye for beauty isn't the same thing as a weakness, except possibly when it comes to you.
In order to change the world, you have to get your head together first. Moods can be contagious. Don't catch or spread a bad mood. Success in warfare is gained by carefully accommodating ourselves to the enemy's purpose. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. You don't destroy what you want to acquire in the future. Every man reaches his destination if he just keeps walking.
In the long run, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit.
Make improvements, not excuses. Seek respect, not attention.
Train your mind to be stronger than your feelings. Keep it private until it's permanent. It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live.
Never worry a bit in life. Always be full of merriment. Thinking something does not make it true. Wanting something does not make it real.
If you start by promising what you don't even have yet, you'll lose your desire to work towards getting it. The most important thing is this: to sacrifice what you are now for what you can become tomorrow.
Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value.
The absence of the will to live is, alas, not sufficient to make one want to die. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit.
People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing.
Therefore, a victorious army first wins and then seeks battle. A defeated army first battles and then seeks victory. I never could bear the idea of anyone's expecting something from me. It always made me want to do just the opposite. Snow floated down every once in a while, but it was frail snow, like a memory fading into the distance. The dream was always running ahead of me. To catch up, to live for a moment in unison, was the miracle. 3 things cannot hide for long: the moon, the sun, and the truth. In this lifetime we meet and part like passing clouds. This is your life, and it's ending one moment at a time.
At some point, we all look up and realize we are lost in a maze.
Trusting yourself means living out what you already know. Be true.
Life is worth living when you have someone to share it with. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you.
You can't do anything about the length of your life. You can do something about its width and depth.
Sometimes, the best of God's gifts arrive by the shattering of all the window panes.
I like shape very much. A novel has to have shape, and life doesn't have any.
Staying in the past won't help you move on to your future. Great wisdom is generous. Petty wisdom is contentious. Great speech is impassioned. Small speech cantankerous.
Life has more imagination than we carry in our dreams. On marriage, you sort of stumble along and reconnect and lose each other and reconnect again. There are two ways to live a life: either forget everything or remember nothing. At the end of the day, let there be no excuses, no explanations, no regrets.
Like the sun and moon, they end but to begin anew. Like the four seasons, they pass away to return once more.
Someone needs to fight, someone needs to sacrifice, someone needs to inspire, someone needs to be a hero. A ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are for.
True words are not fancy. Fancy words are not true. The good do not debate. Debaters are not good. Savor everything. Cling to nothing. Live now, because living then won't be any better. When you treat your failures as lessons, you can never fail.
Never apologize for showing your feelings. When you do, you are apologizing for the truth. Accidents happen. Our bones shatter, our skin splits, our hearts break, we burn, we drown, we stay alive. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. Life is like yoga. The only way you can enjoy it is by relaxing into any position you happen to find yourself in. Dance through life, flinging kindness like shimmering rainbows. Find your bliss by sharing your heart. There are things you can't walk away from, not if you want to live with yourself afterward.
Reason is, and ought only to be the slave of the passions.
Common man's patience will bring him more happiness than common man's power. Consistency is the true foundation of trust. Either keep your promises or do not make them. There's nothing wrong with stretching the truth. We stretch taffy, and that just makes it more delicious. I never want to change so much that people can't recognize me.
I'd rather die while I'm living than live while I'm dead.
Life is about accepting the challenges along the way, choosing to keep moving forward, and savoring the journey. To succeed, you must reach for the stars and let your imagination find its own path.
Everyone who got to where they are had to begin where they were.
You owe no one explanation of why you do what you do, especially those who ask not to help, to judge you.
Here, in this quiet place we own, worlds are born. Run the voodoo down. The man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he can't are both right.
The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. Power does not corrupt. Fear corrupts, perhaps the fear of a loss of power. Bad men rule by the feebleness of the ruled, and this is just. The triumph of weaklings would not be just.
Better a broken promise than none at all. Generally in war, the best policy is to take a state intact. To ruin it is inferior to this.
To maintain an army at a distance causes the people to be impoverished. Success is knowing your purpose in life, growing to reach your maximum potential, and sowing seeds that benefit others. Defeat is not the worst of failures. Not to have tried is the true failure. When we are tired, we are attacked by ideas we conquered long ago. A man travels the world over, in search of what he needs, and returns home to find it. There is nothing worse for the lying soul than the mirror of reality. Argue for your limitations, and sure enough, they're yours. As architect of your reality, you are empowered to create it as you choose. Life is like an elevator. On your way up, sometimes you have to stop and let some people off. The longer we live, the more weight we carry in our hearts.
Life is short. Live it. Love is rare. Grab it. Anger is bad. Dump it. Fear is awful. Face it. Memories are sweet. Cherish them. Appreciate the moment of a first kiss. It may be the last time you own your heart. Deal with your past so that it won't affect your future.
War is not just the shower of bullets and bombs from both sides. It is also the shower of blood and bones on both sides. The life of the enemy. Whoever lives for the sake of combating an enemy has an interest in the enemy's staying alive. Imagination is cheap as long as you don't have to worry about the details. The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching.
He who knows his enemy and himself well will not be defeated easily.
The strongest people find the courage in caring to help others, even if they are going through their own storm. Success always hugs you in private, but failure slaps you in the public. Change may not always bring growth, but there is no growth without change. The boy and his heart had become friends, and neither was capable now of betraying the other.
Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get.
There are three sides to every story: yours, theirs, and the truth somewhere in the middle. With one day's reading, a man may have the key in his hands. Heaven wheels above you, displaying to you her eternal glories, and still your eyes are on the ground.
And regulation entails organizational effectiveness, a chain of command, and a structure for logistical support.
Walk at your own pace. Don't run after others because your journey may not be the same. A good life has some bad days too. Anyone who knows me should learn to know me again, for I am like the moon, you will see me with new face every day.
And when all the wars are over, a butterfly will still be beautiful.
A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing.
A trusting heart will follow only those who truly follow their heart. I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens.
Remember how far you've come, and you won't have to rely on a destiny for your future. It will come on your own. A celibate clergy is an especially good idea because it tends to suppress any hereditary propensity toward fanaticism. Rewards and punishments are the lowest form of education, until justice rolls down like water and righteousness like a mighty stream.
Invincibility lies in the defense, the possibility of victory in the attack.
Sometimes it's not enough to know what things mean. Sometimes you have to know what things don't mean. The successful person has unusual skill at dealing with conflict and ensuring the best outcome for all. The fundamental things in a man are not the things he explains, but rather the things he forgets to explain. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. Don't give up on yourself. There's a reason why you started.
Life is a mystery to be lived, not a problem to be solved.
Don't let anyone know what you're doing until it's done.
How quick come the reasons for approving what we like.
We could only choose which path to take to our destination. What happened along the way was entirely up to chance. Be known for your kindness and sympathy, for a kind gesture can heal a wound that only compassion can heal. No man can be a failure if he thinks he's a success. If he thinks he is a winner, then he is. In the future, there will be no female leaders. There will just be leaders. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. If this is long delayed, weapons are blunted and morale depressed. You may be good, but that doesn't make me bad. You may be intelligent, but that doesn't make me a fool.
The good fighter is able to secure himself against defeat, but cannot make certain of defeating the enemy.
Take note of how people treat you after you say no to their demands.
You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream.
Truth has nothing to do with the conclusion and everything to do with the methodology. If you care about what you do and work hard at it, there isn't anything you can't do if you want to. Remake the world, a little at a time, each in your own corner of the world. When I have won a victory, I do not repeat my tactics, but respond to circumstances in an infinite variety of ways. If you do not tell the truth about yourself, you cannot tell it about other people. Everything will be all right in the end, so if it is not all right, it is not the end.
Those who are willing to be vulnerable move among mysteries.
I have learned to abide by the laws of my own sanity. Success is a state of mind. If you want success, start thinking of yourself as a success.
Good order results spontaneously when things are let alone. But man's duty is to try and endeavor. Success depends upon chance and environments. I believe in looking reality straight in the eye and denying it. You can't always be right, but you can be wrong a lot less. Life did not intend to make us perfect. Whoever is perfect belongs in a museum. Be bold. Don't be shy to say no to the future you don't like.
You don't get to pick where you're from, but you always have control of where you're going. We can't choose our fate, but we can choose others. Be careful in knowing that. You are in danger of living a life so comfortable and soft, you will die without ever realizing your true potential. Friendship with oneself is all important, because without it, one cannot be friends with anyone else in the world.
So the important thing in a military operation is victory, not persistence.
You just have to go after what you want, and if it doesn't want you back, then so be it. It doesn't deserve you anyways. Man keeps looking for a truth that fits his reality. Given our reality, the truth doesn't fit. To know you are ignorant is the beginning of wisdom. Paradoxically, though it may seem, it is nonetheless true that life imitates art, far more than art imitates life. I woke up incredibly grateful today. I'm allowing myself to bask in this feeling.
Too many people are too busy making a living to make a life.
Every great cause begins as a movement, becomes a business, and eventually degenerates into a racket.
Success involves going to where others believe is too far. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again.
What comes easy won't last. What lasts won't come easy. Arrival in the world is really a departure, and that which we call departure is only a return. There is no sickness worse for me than words that to be kind must lie.
We reveal most about ourselves when we speak about others.
Every man had his personal habits, passions, and impulses toward goodness, beauty, and truth. The truth is that judgment and fear will never stop, but they don't actually do anything.
Chaos is more freedom, in fact, total freedom, but no meaning. The inner fire is the most important thing mankind possesses.
For the first time in a long time, I want more than I have.
In my heart's most secret place, I pity them as angels do.
Comedy aims at representing men as worse. Tragedy is better than in actual life. Despite how entertaining certain stories were, at the bottom of every item of gossip, there was someone getting hurt. If you care about something enough, you'll find a way to make it happen. In order that all men may be taught to speak truth, it is necessary that all likewise should learn to hear it. I'm guilty of giving people more chances than they deserve. But when I'm done, I'm done.
I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart.
If we try to measure, now we find it's always gone, has become part of the past. Until you step into the unknown, you don't know what you're made of. Create a vision for the life you really want and then work relentlessly towards making it a reality. The truth may be out there, but the lies are inside your head.
Once you stop learning, you start dying. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge.
Focus on you, people come and go.
What cannot be said, above all, must not be silenced, but written.
It's a big world, but we are small. Every little thing matters a lot. I'm hungry for a juicy life. I lean out my window at night, and I can taste it out there, just waiting for me.
Watching my back is the perfect opportunity to stick a knife in it.